It's here. Foundation's release week is upon us. Well, pre-release week, but for Magic the Gathering, that kind of feels like release week. And I gotta say, this set, banger, super fun, tons of amazing cards, collector booster box currently creeping upwards, and products that are filling gaps in Magic the Gathering that I think that have been present for some time now. Products we definitely need. But not necessarily products anyone who finds this video needs to buy. I went over values of products and what I think about card box prices, etc. in a previous video on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the like button on this video while you're down there, because for a small channel like mine, it helps more than you can possibly imagine. But today I want to talk about something a little closer to my heart. I want to talk to each and every one of you about how I am going to spend my hard-earned money on Magic the Gathering Foundations. What I'm going to be buying, what I'm going to be avoiding, and what I'm going to be watching for future, let's call it, value opportunities. Big disclaimer to kick everything off. As usual, nothing that you see on this channel is financial advice. Look around you. I am a nerd in his basement surrounded by cardboard. I don't think I should have to say that, but here we are on YouTube in 2024, so this is just a story of how I am spending my money on Magic the Gathering Foundations. And there's going to be some more videos like this in the future, because I'm spending my money on some stuff and taking some swings at opportunity, if you will, and I got to talk about something big I got going on probably later this month. But most importantly, Foundations and what I am buying, and it's time to start off with the every human product, the Play Booster Box. Magic the Gathering shift into the Play Booster Box era started extremely poorly. Karloff Manor was maybe the biggest flop of a set of all time, and when the Play Booster Box went on sale on TCG Player for, I think it was $125, might have been $119.99 at the time, people who thought they were getting a good deal, well, we're going to be quickly surprised. But, you know, the product is trickling back up. All Magic the Gathering product seems to be doing well over the long run, at least for the last couple years. And so the product's not exactly the biggest dud, but, well, it didn't just start us off on the best foot possible. But since then, the Play Booster Box era has kind of been crushing it. Look at Thunder Junction, Modern Horizons 3, we got Bloomborough, Duskmourn, all of these Play Boosters are smashing it. But Foundations is going to be a little bit different, and the Play Booster Box is in my avoid and watch category. Initially, I'm going to really lean into the fact that Wizards of the Coast is trying to set a precedent for how Magic is going to exist over at least the next 5 years, and the return of the core set or Foundations, or a product that is supposed to have this extended, super long life cycle, is something that, well, I don't see going up in value or staying expensive for very long. And most importantly, I believe that, like happens with almost every Magic the Gathering product, we will find that, well, we're kind of tired of the current set. Magic release cycles really follow a similar and, well, non-unique, but TCG-specific trend where the set comes out, we get pumped, we get excited, prices maybe come down towards release, and then after release, everyone buys it and they spike up, and then sales slowly dip down. But as those sales still dip down, the supply of this product dwindles, and people who want it have to pay a premium to get back involved. Well, a 5-year life cycle goes directly against that concept. It behooves Wizards of the Coast to have this on shelves, so I think the Play Booster Box currently, and just my opinion, is actually overpriced. And I say that even knowing that the cards that come out of the box are awesome. None of this is a reflection on Foundations as a set. I did a collector booster box opening. On collector booster box, we're definitely going to talk about that. I did a box opening on the channel, and I gotta tell you, absolute banger. It was so much fun to open. The treatments of the cards, what the cards do, and the mix, the nice medley of reprints, nostalgic fun cards, and brand new, never before seen things is going to help this set in the long run. I just can't imagine right now the $133 price tag on TCG Player is going to stick in the long run. I assume that people will have this, it will sit on shelves for a long time, and thus the price should come down. I'm going to watch out for this one. But the Collector Booster Box is the antithesis of that entire argument. The Collector Booster Box is something that we as Magic fans took some time to lean into, but we really enjoy. The Collector Booster Box era is going extremely well, and while some Collector Booster Boxes, mainly maybe some of my favorite Streets of New Capenna back there, I feel so bad for you. They might not have been as well received or maybe a little bit overprinted. They are starting to come up in value, but Magic has, since shifted gears since the old Streets of New Capenna days, and it actually wasn't that long ago, but I digress. Magic Foundations is in an era where collector booster boxes are, well, they're printed far more appropriately, and it does seem that Magic can have a 5-year life cycle with this product being on shelves and available and ready to be purchased and played by anyone across the entire globe without having additional collector booster boxes on shelves. In fact, you might argue that they don't want to have that because they want you to be focused on the collector booster box from whatever the most recent release is. The Universes Beyond / Standard 6-set release we have next year where everything's flowing through Standard, everything's Universes Beyond, and half of Magic is all ruined, and I did a whole video on that. If I remember, I'll link it up here somewhere. But this collector booster box does feel like an item that should be limited, and heck, as it continues to slowly creep up in price as we get towards pre-release, we're seeing effects of, what we see from a positive Magic set. We saw this with Lost Caverns of Ixalan, their collector booster box. We saw it with Bloomburrow, we saw it with Duskmourn, and yeah, even Outlaws of Thunder Junction, that might have been a little overprinted, is on its way back up after a solid release. I expect this item to actually be a bit limited. Now, I'm not here giving out FOMO and saying you have to go buy one right now because it's all ruined. If you want to buy one, make sure you join the Discord down below because I'm selling collector booster boxes from my initial collection. I try to give back to my customers and to anyone who watches the channels. And yeah, channel members get special discounts on that first round of boxes. Make sure you click the link below, join the Discord, and check out the most recent announcement. But I think this product is going to age extremely well. And that is why, for me personally, I am putting at least a case into my personal collection. Listen, I have always said that when it comes to collecting sealed Magic the Gathering product, which the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 shelves in my room will say that I've been doing for a little bit now, I have always argued I want my product to have multiple purposes. I love collecting play booster boxes. I love collecting draft booster boxes because I can open them up and play them. But Josh, you can't do that with a collector booster box of Foundations. I know, but the nostalgia hit. The unique treatments in this box actually feel special. The foundational way that this product was created, you see what I just did there? Where it's magic that feels like magic, which may become rarer and rarer in the coming years, is something I think I will always look back on fondly. And then, even if I can't open them for packs, open them for singles, I will have fun cracking the packs, looking back, and just enjoying my time in the space with a product like that. For that reason, this is a buy for me, and I am picking up at least a case for my own personal collection, and probably more. But there's a slew of products outside of just those two things. And these are the products that if you stuck around this long, you get a little bit of a hot take here. They're the most important Magic products that have released in at least the last year, at least since Lord of the Rings. These are by far the most important Magic the Gathering products that have released in some time. The reason being, right now, there is no clean, smooth onboarding for someone to get involved in Magic the Gathering other than Commander. You have to play Commander. If you want to learn to play Magic the Gathering, if you're a beginner, you want a starter set, you want to get started with a group, go to a game store, whatever it is, you have to play Commander. Well, things like the beginner box, what is it, the starter bundle beginner box, these are an onboarding process for a couple things. First, Jumpstart an amazing product. Now that we're not doing it with every release, I love the fact that casual fans can buy this product, have a bunch of Jumpstart decks, shuffle up and play like it's a game night, if you will, and just casually enjoy Magic, and that's the first hit. That's how you get hooked. But the starter bundle that contains the slew of cards, 350 cards with tons of play sets, some packs, things like that, I think is an important onboarding product for new players. But it doesn't do much for me, and it probably doesn't do much for you as a hardcore Magic fan. I could see an argument for saying, hey, I'm trying to get my friends into Magic. This is something I want to buy, sleeve up, and have around the house so we can build decks, kind of off the cuff with a spark of just creative energy and play some Magic. Other than that, I don't expect these products to go crazy in value or have any kind of, sought after crazy treatments in there. I think it's just a good product, much like past Challenger decks that don't really work anymore, but at the time filled an onboarding ramp position that otherwise was vacant. For that reason, I'm actually not watching these. I'm just going to leave them on the shelves, and I'm going to pick up maybe a beginner box just to have around the house and play with anyone who wants to learn how to play Magic the Gathering. But Foundations is going to change the way we enjoy Magic. Again, it is it is maybe one of the last pure Magic sets we're going to see for some time without all of the additional IP with just Magic cards and just Magic universes and just, unique art treatments and things like that. And for that reason, I'm very high in the collectability of this set. I think it's going to usher in a new era while making us more and more fond of the old, which might be counterintuitive for future Magic, but I am very excited for the product. But that's just what I'm spending my money on. That's what I'm eyeballing. That's what I'm buying right away, and that's what I'm going to keep a look on, looking at for the future. But what about you? Let me know in the comment section if you agreed with me, if you hate everything that I just said, and I'm horrible, and it's been a theme now that I'm sponsored by Wizards of the Coast in the comment section, which I don't know if you've looked at the size of this channel or my surroundings, but if I was sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, it would look a lot nicer around here, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. YouTube's going to recommend you another one of my videos down here. If you could click on it and check that out, I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and we'll see you around. All right, goodbye.